And she's already said a little bit about Rick. Rick Wicklund is our utility manager. He's standing in the back. And we're doing some filming today for Kids 4 so we can kind of put this out there for other business people. We also link some of these things to our website just for reference to show, you know, these are some of the things that we do for public relations. So my name is Tamara, and today we're going to talk a little bit about increasing the bottom line for small business. I'm going to tie some energy conservation into this also. Talk a little bit about how we work as a utility and why, you know, we would want to save energy also. All right, so first of all, why did we sponsor this event? Well, this is to create a forum for local business to share ideas. This is an interactive session, so if you don't speak up, I know some of you by name, and I will call you out. Don't think that I won't. We want to promote economic development. It's very important to us that our customers do well here in Sun Prairie. We give back to the community. This is part of being a locally owned municipal utility. Sun Prairie Utilities is actually owned by the city of Sun Prairie. We find it very important to give back to our community. Our goal is not to make the most money possible. Our goal is to provide reliable service at the lowest cost possible. And finally, to share some of our experiences. We are a business just like you guys. We have employees. We have different aspects that we try to maximize around here. We have expenses, and we're going to talk a little bit about how we go through some of that and solicit some ideas from you guys too. So a few things. We have a few statistics to go over. Okay, according to the SBA, so SBA.gov is a Small Business Association. Small businesses employ 1/2 of all private sector employees. 65% of all new jobs created in the past 17 years were by small businesses. That's 2 out of 3, right? That's a lot. Small businesses are 52% home-based. How many of you are home-based small business owners? 2, 4? Good. All right. About 21% of small businesses initially employ someone other than the owner. How many of you have employees who work for you or with you? Okay. 7 of 10 new employer firms survive at least 2 years, but only a quarter lasts more than 15. And that number changes drastically if you look at people who are just in business by themselves, such as self-employed real estate agents. Barriers of entry are a little bit lower when it's just your business. It's only you that's affected if you decide to close your doors. So this number can change drastically depending on the statistics that you reference. Well, one of the things that I look at here is I need to know who are our customers, what age ranges are they, what kind of homes do we have here in this area. So according to the 2010 census data, and this is for the 53590 zip code, okay? This information is available out there on the web, but this is something that I watch very closely. 25% of the population is 16 years of age or younger. 1 in 4 is a kid. 11.6% of the population is over 62 years of age. 87.2% of the population is white. 36.5% of the households are families with children under the age of 18. Now this number will change a lot too. Now that depends on what you reference as a household. Is it mom, dad, 2.3 kids? Is it a single parent kids? Is it a single person living on their own? Are there other people outside of that direct family nucleus that live there, such as a grandparent or an aunt or an uncle? 66.4% of the occupied housing units are owner-occupied. We talked about that there's a lot of rental property in Sun Prairie. Well, it's about 1/3, according to that statistic. And from our own numbers, what we know is that every month we send out 13,500 bills every month. And of those 13,500 bills, 89% of those are to residential customers. So as a business, we know that by customer count, we're very heavily residentially loaded. All right, so kind of talk about, well, what's the bottom line for the business? Well, sales or revenue, this is your general business description, right? But for us, it's not always about sales. Sometimes it's about participation, such as with our energy conservation programs. We want to know how many people participated. That's our goal, is to get participation. Also, if you're not for profit, sometimes it might be donations, such as if you're like the Colonial Club and you are not for profit, you want donations, not necessarily a profit-driven organization. So once again, the business definition is that the bottom line is that sales and revenue is less expenses or costs. And there's going to be two different kinds. First of all, we're going to talk about fixed costs, and we're going to talk about variable costs. Everybody probably has seen these definitions somewhere in the past, right? Fixed costs are the same across the board. Variable costs are going to change. That could be because of a number of different reasons. We'll talk a little bit about what that means in our market. But by the way, like our sales of electricity to you then becomes your expense, right? Because it's something that you have to pay back. So something to think about. So sales for one person is an expense for another, right? Okay. So let's start out talking about sales and revenue, donations, participation. No matter what you want to call it, this is the objective. This is what we're trying to maximize. Okay, so in our case, being a not-for-profit municipal utility, we don't necessarily want to maximize sales of electricity. We know that electricity is the use of electricity is going up all the time, right? How many of you had a cell phone charger in your house 15 years ago? Nobody, right? How many of you have one cell phone charger, at least one cell phone charger in your house right now? Yep, pretty much everybody. How many of you now have a computer in your house or more than one computer in your house that uses electricity? And these cell phones seem to be multiplying. And I know in our house there's like a lineup of cell phones. You guys know what I'm talking about? We don't have any problem increasing sales of electricity. Everything right now is really going to the point that all of our electronic devices are increasing our needs. It's just what other things that we want to maximize is that we want to maximize how many people participate in our energy conservation programs. We want to increase how the people know how to use their electricity responsibly. So this definition of sales can be different for different people, right? All right. So this is the interactive part, okay? So hello, participate with me or else, right? Got it? All right, so let's talk about what changes your sales numbers. Somebody, Steve, what changes your sales numbers?
Economy.
The economy. What else?
It's the number of sales you make, volume.
Volume?
People,
The number of people?
with your employees, how good they are.
Okay. Can you call that employee interaction?
Fuel.
Fuel? Fuel costs? What else?
Stock market.
Stock market.
Competition.
Weather and competition? Kathy, you had a good one for me the other day. You talked about how divorce rates go up after the holidays, and people come in to talk to you because they don't want to get divorced during the holidays. They want to wait till after the holidays, so then they make their New Year's resolution. They come in to get their divorce, so big time of year. Those are all really good responses, and they're all very true. And depends on your type of business, obviously, as to which of these would apply to you. So here's just a little bit about our experience. Number one, weather. When it gets hot outside, what happens to your electric bill? Does it go up or down? It goes up, because most of us have these things called air conditioners, right? And it used to be a luxury. And I would dare say if we tried to take your air conditioners away from you, there would be a few people that would have a few things to say about that, right? So we know that as the time of year changes, it really makes a difference in our sales. And also as your bill goes up, it increases how many people are interested in finding out how to make it go back down.